FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
We're working on creating a blueprint right now at RedLight Children to pressure governments, state and country, to enact and amend legislation to address these issues more effectively, to allocate more resources to enforcement, to increase deterrents. You can sort of use the example of To Catch a Predator. I'm sure everybody's seen it. And you have, in that instance, people who show up. They've chatted with children on the internet underage. They actually show up with condoms. They show up with beer. And they're ready to engage in sexual activity with children. And then Chris Hansen is there, and it's on video, and we all watch it. And then at the end, a lot of times, if you keep watching, they flash sometimes and say, what happened to these people? 3 months, probation, 3 years. I mean, these are people who were going to actually engage children in sexual activity and potentially, ruin their lives. And they get a couple of months probation. And so one of the things we're looking at doing is allocating some of those resources to enforcement and really increasing the deterrence and upping the risk and making it more risky for these people to do that. And, to go into a chat room or to take it one step further to actually meet these children. And so the fourth thing is to really, in our blueprint, is to make it more costly and difficult to abuse kids. Push it underground. And a lot of people say, oh, well, then if you're pushing it underground, doesn't that, make it worse? And it's harder to get to and harder to press, harder to find links of the traffickers. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with pushing it underground because it means that the young man on the motorbike that takes people into the K11 district will maybe take 2 rides at night instead of 10 with tourists because the gas is expensive and it's further to go, and so maybe he only takes 2 rides. Well, that decreases the number of people that can actually visit the brothels and abuse the children. So we are addressing the demand in that way. Or the sex tourist who can right now find a sex tour very, very easily on the internet. Well, maybe it's a little bit more expensive now to go. And maybe he's not quite sure that the hotel owner's been paid off, that he's going to go and visit with the children. And so maybe he or she is less likely. And I don't mean to keep saying he, because 60% of the people involved in trafficking are women, based on a UN report that was put out in February.